The Grateful Dead. The Grateful Dead. By John Cipollina. The Grateful Dead go to my head, even though I've been sick in bed.
Well, if you want coherence, gentlemen, you've come to the wrong place.
I know. Incoherent.
Well, Mrs. Freiberg, what do you think of the good old Grateful Dead?
I think they're fantastic.
I'm certainly grateful they're not dead.
They always make everybody feel good.
It's sin, it's sin, it's sin. I know it's sin.
Because it's so groovy.
Chuckle, chuckle, giggle.
Family.
I don't know, they're groovy.
The whole world of music owes a great debt to the Grateful Dead, it seems to me, because...
Grateful Dead is a rock band. They've been playing around together in one form or another since 1964, and they are still among the most popular of the San Francisco bands.
They're everybody's favorite band. It's the most consistent musical turn-on out of the whole rock scene.
If any one person in the band could be called leader, it would be Jerry Garcia, the lead guitarist and Big Cheese.
When I was a kid, I wanted an electric guitar really badly for some reason. Not sure exactly why. I think I like the way they looked. It's like my earliest trip, you know. Wow.
He got his first guitar when he was 15. For the next 2 years, he played rock and roll, and then got involved in folk music during the early 60s.
Just because rock and roll was getting to be pretty limp, right around during, you know, for about 5 years there, it was really lame.
During this time, he learned folk-style guitar and fingerpicking, which led to five-string banjo. He became fairly famous in the Bay Area as a red-hot banjo picker.
Like, that's what really turned me on, and that's what I devoted all my time to and all that. But then, in no time was it ever possible for me to make any bread playing music, you know, or make a living even playing music or anything. And I didn't want to work either, you know, so I just hung out, you know, and played.
He hung out in Palo Alto, mostly at Dan and Morgan's music store, where he taught guitar and banjo. He also hung out at a local folk house known as The Tangent, where he performed occasionally, often on the same bill with Jorma Kaukonen.
It seems that he was always in one bluegrass band or another, the most successful of which was made up of David Nelson, Eric Thompson, and Jerry, but everyone knew them as the Black Mountain Boys.
Dave Freiberg of Quicksilver Messenger Service remembers that
During that time, you see, I was helping to run this place called the Offstage in San Jose. I remember Garcia from that, and the Black Hill Boys used to be, the Black Mountain Boys. The Black Mountain Boys used to play banjo with them. Good old Jerry.
Late in 1963, when everyone else was first turning on to the Beatles, another local folkie, Bob Weir, discovered the ultimate aesthetic satisfaction found in a good 10-cent jug band.
after he met Jerry Garcia, he decided to found his own 10-cent jug band.
It was in the back of Dana Morgan's music shop, and Jerry had come to teach guitar lessons. And it was New Year's Eve, and nobody was interested in getting guitar lessons. Myself and a friend of mine dropped by, and we just sat and rapped and decided that we had enough talent amongst us, or questionable talent amongst us, to start a jug band. And the jug band got rolling very shortly thereafter. And I, of course, played a hyperventilated jug and washtub bass.
They called themselves Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Stompers and played at the Tangent throughout the summer of 1964.
I got an idea. I know everybody comes to these places and I don't know what everybody expects, or they come and then they say, they listen and everybody listens and says my and says my and and scratch their head and kind of wonder, and half the time a lot of people don't enjoy it. You come here over a certain amount of years, you build up a lot of sort of unenjoyment. And you wind up unenjoying a lot of things. So as long as you're here, and as long as some of you may be unenjoying this all and have unenjoyed things in the past, you can all have a little boo break. And if you want to, you can just boo us. Everybody can boo us. Go ahead. Boo! Boo! Heard a few good hisses in there. Well now, she ain't got no. Oh no, she don't. I'm satisfied with my gal, and she don't wear no. Oh no, she don't. I'm satisfied with my gal. She got great big legs, pretty teeth, and I love her dimple chin. Golden hair, what a smile. Oh, what a mama she has been. Now will she let me? Oh yes, she will. I'm satisfied with my gal. She ain't got no. Oh no, she don't. I'm satisfied with my gal, and she don't wear no. Oh no, she don't. I'm satisfied with my gal. She got great big legs, pretty teeth, and I love her dimple chin. Golden hair, what a smile. Oh, what a mama she has been. Now will she let me? Oh, yes, she will. I'm satisfied with my gal. My gal. I'm satisfied with my gal. As you could probably tell, Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Stompers borrowed heavily in style and content from the Jim Kweskin Jug Band.
You mean stole.
There was, however, other material which later influenced their change from acoustic to electric styles of music.
Back when we were doing the jug band, we were doing a few like rhythm and blues numbers, and we were doing some like Jimmy Reed tunes.
One reason for this blues influence in the jug band was another member, Ron McKernan, better known as Pigpen.
Mr. Pigpen.
And the nucleus of the jug band really was sort of me, Jerry, and Pigpen. Pigpen has a really rich and varied background, particularly in blues. I think he started out playing blues piano. His father was a rhythm and blues disc jockey for a while, and I think that's what got him into it. And so anyway, he was just perfect for the jug band. He was the inspiration behind our rhythm and blues singing, which catapulted us into the rock and roll phenomenon.
And we'd like to have Mr. Pigpen McKernan here, known in the more esoteric circles. Mr. Pigpen McKernan would like to sing a Lightning Hopkins song.
I would like to, but I will anyway.
He's going to sing a song called The Rub, and we're not going to be responsible for his contents. Or his.
Hey, I'm supposed to be over here, aren't I, man?
Yeah, in the middle.
Yeah, there you go. Said mama got the rub ball and sister got the tub. Going around doing the rub, ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy one day to keep on rubbing that thing? Two old maids that was laying up in the bed, well, one turned over now and just said, ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy one day to keep on rubbing that thing? said the little old roots, I told the little old hen, I seen I had no loving since God knows when. I'm not crazy. Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy one day to keep on rubbing that thing? Well, I see that woman gone behind the hill. I'm gonna find that girl, I'm gonna do my will. Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy one day to keep on rubbing that thing? Well, I feel so good now and I feel so fine. All I got to do is drink that wine. Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy one day to keep on rubbing out?
After being a jug band for over a year and not tasting the sweet wine of success,
sniff the cork.
They longed for a new medium of expression.
You know, it was getting to be time to start playing electric music, that's all. Right, to play louder.
It's time to play louder.
Right, time to play a little louder.
And we decided to become a rock and roll band.
Don't ease, don't ease, don't ease me. I've been all night long, I've been long, don't ease me. I was standing on the corner, looking all around. Well, I turned around, sweet mama, I was ready for her. Don't ease, don't ease, don't ease me. I've been all night long, I've been long, don't ease me. The girl I love, she's sweet and true. The dress she wears, sweet mama, it's sweet and true. Don't ease, don't ease me. I've been all night long, I've been long, don't ease me.
The step was really a lot like what the way the changes really happened in the blues, like when they went from acoustical instruments to electric instruments. You know, and then blues records, like long about the 40s, all blues records start having electric instruments. You know, and you know, it's just like we went through that same change from a jug band, which is like a really early trip, into like the next step, which was like a sort of early, sort of primitive blues, because that's all we could play, right?
To be a real rock and roll band, they needed more than Jerry and Bob on guitars and Pigpen on organ. They picked up two more local musicians from Dana Morgan's music shop. First was Dana Morgan Jr., who, aside from helping to run the store, played bass.
The other member was Bill Summers, who taught drums there. They called themselves the Warlocks.
The Warlocks is just a thing it's just a word that means male witches.
So I guess it was just a male witch band.
Chocolate witch band?
No, not really. It was mostly a rock and roll band. It was pretty elementary. It wasn't very far out, really. It was just that we really enjoyed doing it. We didn't start really getting pretty weird until we started working in bars.
They played in were the Inn Room and the Fireside, both in Belmont.
During their barroom days, Dana Morgan left the group and was replaced as bass player by Phil Lesh, who had never played bass before.
Ever.
Put your arms around me like a surf around the sun. I wanna love you, mama, like my easy rider done. You don't believe I love you. What a fool I've been. Believe I'm saying, what a hole I'm in. Stealing, stealing,
Saturday night and be real crowded, and the whole scene would just get into a sort of a pressure cooker system with all these drunk people on the floor, and we were just really we were merciless, like I say.
Yeah, we had quite a shoot 'em up show for that time, you know. I mean,
the bartenders were good and crazy. They were potheads, and like for instance, we'd be playing and they'd land in the bar with ashtrays and fill the ashtrays up with lighter fluid and light them. The whole bar would go up in flames, seemingly, and the place would get pretty crazy for a minute, and we'd just pick louder and more intense.
There was two factions. There was like the bartenders who were crazy, and they wanted us to turn up, and the customers wanted us to turn down.
I was 17 and looked 12, and I had a phony ID that said I was 21.
We worked there for like 2 months, 3 months, something like that. And you know, like the people that came, you know, the attendance gradually got tinier and tinier until there was like nobody there, and there was just no fucking anybody there. But they would never fire us for some reason.
The owner of the place always told us, "You guys got to turn down, man. You got to turn down. The people are leaving." And we turned up and up and up.
And that was our chance to get crazy, playing in bars. Playing in the in room was about contemporary with the first family dog shows at the Longshoremen's Hall.
It was immediately after those first family dog days that the Grateful Dead began climbing the ladder of success.
They moved from Belmont bars to places like the Matrix in San Francisco.
It was also our barroom days that taught us the more or less science of or art of playing to dancers. And so we were pretty into playing for dancing crowds, and that was pretty much what the scene in San Francisco was, and so we grew with that.
I ran into the Matrix a few times, noticed that there they were, by God. Almost the entire Mother McCree's uptight, whatever it was. Except, by God, they were electric, man, and there was
electric and
Garcia
fuzzy.
playing a guitar. Playing blues and fast, man, and everything. They really impressed me. And then came the acid test. I heard him play 1 or 2 of those.
Oh yeah, well there was the acid test, which took us a lot of new places, and that's when we adopted the name the Grateful Dead, and people started calling us that. You know, like the name didn't take for a while. Like we offered it as a suggestion. You know, I mean it was like, and some of the guys in the band didn't like it. You know, and it was kind of creepy, you know, and everybody, wow, the Grateful Dead is sure weird, you know. And even Bill Graham, like, he'd hired us a couple of times as the Warlocks for the mime troupe things, you know. And, you know, we told him that we changed our name, we were now the Grateful Dead, and he wouldn't bill us as the Grateful Dead because he thought it was too weird.
In the land of the dark, the ship of the sun is led by the Grateful Dead.
That verse from the Egyptian Book of the Dead is thought by many to be the source of the group's name. Others feel the source was a large, meaty prune.
No, it might be incidentally, but that's not the source. The source is the dictionary, great big dictionary. And it was either in Oxford or the Webster's, the Oxford New World.
Yeah, it was the Oxford New World.
Great big dictionary. We went through millions of incredibly funny variations. Oh, like mythical, ethical, icicle, tricycle was one of the more conservative ones.
Whatever happened to the good old Grateful Dead?
The good old Grateful Dead was trips.
It started out with the acid tests, and And the acid test really made a lot of people think differently. I think it set the trend, anyway, for the rock state as it is now. And the Grateful Dead were right there. They were together, they were the Grateful Dead. And for the most cases, the acid test went off just super smoothly. This is when Bill Graham came in.
If it all happens right, and there gets to be a point where there's so much stuff happening that you can't ignore it anymore. You know, it's like bringing some alternative to sitting in front of the TV. And among the alternatives are, not only can you go to the circus, but you can be the circus yourself.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, you can make your own circus, you can do your own thing. And that's like, you know, doing the thing of dancing or just standing up in front of a bunch of people and hollering and screaming, you know, like the freaks that testify, you know.
Yeah.
They get stoned and get up on stage, and they, you know, and it's like, that's something, man, that's a groove. It's like a place to start, you know. It's like you do that, you've done it. They get to stand up and deliver, you know, like anybody, you know. They can be the star, and man, I would dig.
It was really stupendous. I mean, everybody you turned into a party.
Right, a big party.
And we just kept going and going. We did about a 2.5-hour set, and when we were over, it was over. Everybody got some.
The whole rock thing is a group-ish experience.
Right, it's just so much buzzer when everybody dances, man. It's just so much more joyous. I would rather accompany the place than be the star of the show, you know.
About the time when the Grateful Dead raided us out at our farm, dressed up in war paint, wearing feathers and bows and arrows, and we all came in and got stoned. After they raided, circled our house, and we surrendered.
Very begrudgingly.
Yeah. Very good. But we were caught, you know, with our proverbial pants down.
Oh, they couldn't have picked a better
pants
time
down,
to get
the
us.
pot out, right?
Yeah, we were lying around our floor. I remember we were listening to Music of the Planets. It was after dinner. That's what we always did.
Planets, man.
Right after dinner, we used to always.
And there we got to Neptune, the Mystic.
And then plow, plow. You know how it started? They were sitting around their camp. They went on this big Indian trip, naturally, because they had camp crafts. They had an archery range, and they were the Grateful Dead. And one night they were sitting around with the makeup. Jerry Garcia was beautiful. He had Tippecanoe and Tyler, too, written across his nose. Yeah. And they got themselves all done up, you know, had
worked themselves
the
into
psychedelic
a frenzy
process.
of doing a war dance.
And they said, let's go get the Quicksilver. And they really got us. We were loose.
I feel that we did a horrible job of raiding a Quicksilver, because if we had been really Indians and we had really been raiding them, they would have killed us all. They had guns and we had...
They're really good sports, man. You shoot a Grateful Dead and he'll die.
Ballroom about 2.5 or 3 years ago, and they played the fastest tune in the world that I didn't believe. And Owsley had this speaker system that looked like a giant set of or something. I mean, it looked like a big. And here were these weird cats, man, just pumping it out faster than the speed of light. They've always been good, right?
So there's nothing like the excitement of the first times on any of these things, and there has never been anything like the experience of that whole thing exploding, when it exploded and everybody realizing, oh my God, there are others.
It's called Viola Lee Blues.
I remember the Dead playing at the Fillmore, one of the first times I heard them at the Fillmore, playing Viola Lee Blues, and it was a tribal stomp. I mean, it really was, and the audience was stomping, and the band was stomping, and in the breaks, the sound of the feet went stomping right on. It was really unbelievable.
The judge decreed it, Clarky wrote it, down and deed it. Judge decreed it, Clarky wrote it down. If you miss your sentence, you'll be last word bound. Solid, yeah indeed. Some got 6 months, some got 1 solid year. But me and my buddy, both got lifetime here.
In March 1967, Grateful Dead went to the RCA studios in Hollywood to record their first album for Warner Brothers. Essentially what they did in their first album was to document what they'd been doing in the San Francisco ballrooms for the past year.
Well, yeah, that stuff is kind of like folk rock and roll. I mean, it was dance music, you know, because like all the places that we played all along were dance scenes, and that was our whole trip.
Although the material went down easily enough, the spontaneity of live performance was lost in the sterile environment of the studio.
You know, we didn't know anything about it, you know, so we went down and ground out the first record in 4 nights, you know. We were inexperienced about recording and about where to record and who to record with. But when we went into the studio, it was like this, we were for the first time in the studio world, you know, and there was the whole thing, okay, what's next, you know, engineers and guys looking at their watches, you know, right, and that's that whole scene, that's the business world again, you know, doing its business and definitely not concerned with music, and so, you know, we just did it, you know, we didn't know what the fuck, you know.
Yeah, it was a good first record. Yeah, it was a good first record. But nothing new in the drumming world, just rock drumming. Backbeat, nothing special.
I always loved Bill Summers playing, you know, when he was the one drummer with the band, and I was always amazed at what he could do, technically wise.
He really excels, by the way, in a sort of a Motown thing. He has a sort of a swing to him that's he can get like different rhythms going that sort of ride over each other, and they all have a sort of a different little feel to them, a different little swing. And Bill's like the best rock drummer I've heard at that.
I always thought he was like Philly Joe Jones of rock, because it never looked like he put any real effort into playing, and yet his sound came out, you know, just very booming and piercing and cutting, and just used to kick the band along.
Well, I dig Pigpen singing the blues. I mean, I enjoy that.
Pigpen's vocals are perfect. Pigpen's vocals. Which means he sounds like Pigpen, not like anybody else. You can say some funny things about critics, right, who think they have to criticize because he doesn't sound like something else that they've heard.
Yeah, I dig him. I would like to hear him more when I hear the band. Last 2 times I heard the band, he didn't really sing very much.
I like Pigpen singing, yeah. And I like his harmonica playing, yeah. Good harp player.
I'm gonna leave you, babe, about the break of day. On account of the way you treat me, I got to stay away. Come on now, pretty baby, darling, come on home. You know I love you, babe. I got to get you all alone. Good morning, little school girl. Can I come home with you? Can't you hear me crying? Oh, hey! Oh. just can't help myself. You're so young and pretty. I don't need nobody else. Good morning, little schoolgirl. Can I come home with you? Can't you hear me crying? Oh, hey! Oh. Good morning, little schoolgirl. Can I come home with you? Good morning, little schoolgirl. Can I come home with you? Tell your mother and your papa I'm a schoolboy too. I'm a schoolboy too. Hey, I'm a schoolboy too. I wanna be a chauffeur. I wanna ride your little machine. I wanna be your chauffeur. I wanna ride your little machine. I wanna put a tiger, baby. I wanna put a tiger, baby. I wanna put a tiger, baby. Hey, you're a sweet little tail. Hey, baby, now yes I do. Ha, yes I do. Hey, I got to. Hey, I got to come on home with you. Tell your mother. Baby, tell your papa. I tell your mother and your papa. Hey, I'm a schoolboy too. Hey, hey, I'm a schoolboy too. Ha, ha, I'm a schoolboy too. Ha, I wanna keep your company. Hey, I wanna keep your company. I was born in the desert, raised in the lion's den.
And Bob Weir, who plays God knows what.
I'm more or less trying to develop a style of guitar playing that incorporates the use of maybe several lines at once.
Bobby Weir is considered a rhythm guitarist, whether he is or he isn't. He has a certain area that he covers musically.
Jerry plays lead guitar and he plays really good, you know, and it would be redundant and perhaps superfluous to have, in my opinion, to have two screaming lead guitars in a group. And anyway, my mind doesn't think like Jimi Hendrix.
This function is sort of the same thing as the drum essentially is. It's to set up a support for Garcia playing. He's not supposed to be out there playing Eric Clapton and Jerry Garcia. That's not what his gig is. He couldn't do it. I mean, he could no more do that than I could step up to your man on the equipment.
If you can't believe me, won't make it hard to believe in you. I said, if you can't believe me, won't make it hard to believe in you. Oh, 'cause we all need each other. Well, you know it's true. I was born in a desert, raised in a lion's den. I was
I would describe Jerry Garcia by saying taste.
See, I can listen to Jerry Garcia play the guitar and get my mind hung up the same way that I can with jazz guitar players who are developing a theme as opposed to just making sounds and patterns.
You know, like I got a lot of my guitar ideas from country fiddlers too. Scott Stoneman particularly.
One of the things that's good about both Jerry and Jorma as guitarists, and that is that when you hear them, you can tell it's them. I mean, they have an individual voice on the instrument.
Because it is fresh and it's original, and he's really just being himself.
Country guitar players I listen to a lot, because they're the ones with the most chops. Yeah, right. Like I originally heard the tune off a Carl Perkins record. And he was like a good country guy, country guitar player, and played fingerstyle, and he did a kind of a rockabilly version of Sitting on Top of the World.
Mississippi River, so big and wide, the blonde-haired woman on the other side. Now she's gone, I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world.
He's got a very unique style for electric guitar.
So he's a one-man band because in the first place he knows where he's at, and he's got absolutely perfect time. Now you'll notice every once in a while when they'll get into something that sort of diffuses in a way, it's Jerry's time that brings them back. He holds it together. Remove Jerry from the band and it disintegrates. I also have come to really dig Jerry singing. I didn't really dig it in the beginning. I thought he wasn't a strong singer, and I suppose by some standards he may not be a strong singer. I find what he does vocally in the band to be very enjoyable.
Mississippi River, big and wide, blonde-haired woman on the other side. Well, now she's gone, I don't worry. I'm sitting on top of the world.
Of all the songs on the first album, it's Morning Dew which sounds the most together. Each member of the band, on his own, develops a line which contributes to the overall musical figure.
Walk me out in the morning dew today. Can't walk you out in the morning dew, my honey. I can't walk you out in the morning dew today. I thought I heard a baby cry this morning. I thought I heard a baby cry today. You didn't hear no baby cry this morning. Cry today.
A lot of people wonder what the words to Viola Lee are.
Yeah, I wonder.
Bob Weir tells it as it should be.
It was read it, need it, turkey coated, downy levy, candy coated, read it, need it, candy coated down. If you miss jail sentence, it's your own damn fault.
When I got the idea for that arrangement and that whole way of doing Viola Lee blues, it was about the same time that the thing that inspired the ideas for it, the riffs in it, was that, what the hell, what's that guy's name?
In lettering the cover for the Dead's first album, Stanley Mouse designed some hieroglyphs in the form of a sentence across the top.
Many thought this was the quote from the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
Well, that's what it originally was, see? But we didn't like it because we thought it was a taste pretentious, and so we said, so we talked to Stanley, who did the lettering, and said, could you do it something that like almost says something but doesn't quite?
Really, yeah, that's cool.
And so that's what it is, and the result of that has been that all the places we've been where people have had that album, we've been able to hear the translations,
It's
fantastic ones, man, incredible ones.
first Dead album is one of the most effective collections of nostalgia that I know of for the whole scene. It's absolutely beautiful. I still love it, and I can play it, and I've worn out a couple of copies and enjoy it because it has a sound that you just don't get anymore. They're they're very special songs of the realm at a very special time.
We felt very bad about it. We thought it was unfortunate. Yeah, and we did it, and that was it, you know. And then we had all the time afterwards and after it was released and listening to it hundreds of times to really regret it, you know, because it was mediocre performances of material that we were able to do much better. You know, it was uninspired completely. Never again, you know, we'll never go about it that way again, you know. After we recorded the album, they said, well, we still haven't got anything here that's going to be a strong single. So we said, oh, a strong single, sure. So we went home and wrote a song, you know. Well, this will be a good single, you know. We just did it, and that was it.
See that girl barefoot in the lawn, whistling and singing, she's carrying on. And laughing in her eyes, dancing in her feet, she's a neon light line, and she lives on the street. Hey, 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 coming by every day. Hey, 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 coming by every day. Well, everybody's dancing in a
first single, The Golden Road, wasn't exactly a jukebox monster. The album, however, was gratefully received by you and I.
The following June, they played at the Monterey International Pops Festival and continued to play throughout the summer in the San Francisco ballrooms. They also played many free concerts in the park.
In September 1967, Mickey Hart, a drummer, saw the Dead for the first time.
How it happened was, we were down at the Fillmore. I was with a friend down there at the Fillmore. I never heard the Grateful Dead, and
tell it like it was.
That's good. The good old story.
Tell it like it was.
Good old great old
and someone said, "There's the drummer for the Grateful Dead," and being so impressed, I walked over to him and I said, "Oh my, your record was so wonderful. I love your record. It was just great." And I really,
do you sleep at night?
Yeah, and I really liked the record. You know. I was very stoned when I heard it.
The next day I heard that Mickey and Bill had moved their drums together into Bill's basement and had been working together, or something like that.
So we thought at that point we'd try two drummers and get something new.
Yeah, we set up one day at the Straight Theater. Actually, it was for the dance classes, remember?
Yeah.
And so that night, Mickey sat in with us, and it was a gas.
After Mickey Hart joined the band, they began work on their second album, which took, in all, 8 months to finish. It was during this work that they released their second single, Dark Star.
It was a departure from their past recorded performances, but quite indicative of what the Dead were doing at that particular time, both in the studio and live. Although Dark Star was not included in their second album, it was more or less a sample of the things to come. In the tradition established by their first single, Dark Star didn't exactly jump up the charts.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. We put it out, thinking that maybe somebody would play it,
Yeah, Tony Big played it. A strange idea.
Right, but nobody would, and that's been our whole story all along, behind the record company and its relative apathy about us, in terms of promotion and all that. And it's partly our fault because we don't really, we don't really go out and hustle.
The other day summer sun looked down on him. His mother could, but no one did. And on the other side, but it doesn't seem.
While recording their second album, they devised the concept of blending studio recordings with live performances in order to create a new form of continuity. This had an effect on their live performances in that instead of playing separate songs, they combined them together in a type of musical collage.
On the second album, we wanted to make a record. We didn't want to record songs, we wanted to make a record. You know, something that was in the medium of being a long-playing record, that you put it on and it played its length of time, and that's how long it lasted, and that's what it did to you. You know, I mean, and you know, we began to see that as being a form, you know, and it's akin to drama, you know, to being able to start a thing and just going with it rather than having interruptions and breaks and so forth and so on, you know. And we wanted to learn how to do that. So we learned the whole process of recording. We learned all about it. And we had ideas that we wanted to do, and we didn't know of any way to do it. And we had to invent, you know, like most of the technique that was used on that record just in the studio. You know, just like how can we make it sound as though the world's coming to an end? You know, how can we make it sound like Purple? You know, shit like that. I mean, it's, you know, stuff that's like was that far out, and we had to extract the shit from our head and figure out some way to implement it. If you know what I mean, it's mostly a matter of logistics, like three-dimensional chess. When we recorded some of those things, we recorded some of them with using an 8-track machine for the band, and then using a 4-track machine for the room, so that we had 4 tracks of the room, various parts of the perspective of the room, you know, like one corner of it over here, one corner over here, one in the middle. I've done lots of different places, some at the Carousel, some, you know, on tours that we're on. And then we do things like, in mastering, we had the 8-track and the 4-track playing simultaneously. We'd be mixing them together and crossfading them, you know, so as to get partly the sound of the band, partly the sound of the hall reverberating, you know, and it's just like extremely subtle, and the only thing it does is give you a sense of enfolding space.
You die.
In producing the second album, Anthem of the Sun, the group augmented their sound with the help of a classically trained musician, Tom Constanten. After finishing his tour of duty with the Air Force in November 1968, Tom became a full-time member of the Grateful Dead. He plays keyboards, which lets Pigpen devote more of his talent and time to singing and harp playing. Constanten.
I knew Phil 7 years ago when I was going to Berkeley. And we both got into a class for Blue Chama Burial. I was looking around for something to do, and this is the most interesting thing for me to get into. Mainly because I knew Phil, I knew Jerry. I knew what they were into musically, and there was kind of a musical rapport.
Yeah, the way to listen to Phil Lesh on the albums is to listen with stereo earphones.
He's bridging the gap between the rhythm and the instrumentation.
He plays over a great deal of equipment, and very loud and very complex, very intricate and fast. About the most complex, intricate, and fastest of the bass players.
What they do is to play a continual solo.
Going these days.
He's like a lot of the young jazz bass players of the last, 7 or 8 years, in that he has no interest in playing 4/4 time. He plays a whole line, which of course is in rhythm, but I mean it's a whole line which is it's a sort of contrapuntal to the theme of whatever is being done by the band at any given time.
And anyway, so you can gather from that Phil, at least one point, was a student of classical music.
Very well. I learned music theory in high school and in college. Yeah. And I played instruments since I was 8 years old.
He's a fascinating musician to hear.
like in a lot of those places, we have some things like 2 or 3 different performances, live performances, all happening at the same time, and we're cross-fading. You know, that's why some of that stuff is like a dream. You know, like you listen to a guitar run, and it like goes somewhere, and all of a sudden like there's another part of it that's almost a continuation, but not quite. You know, coming from another place. We did that a lot in the other one, particularly.
My songwriting career has been slowed up because I can't think of any decent words to sing, and that's kind of gotten to me after the last album. You come to that particular point where you've written a song, and you hear it on the album, and the words are so the words are so not they don't really say anything. They're just, like I say, they're just there's something with which, a handle with which to carry a tune, and they could be ever so much more.
my memory and I'll check it, yes, oh yes I will. I'll check it running some more kind of trick. Won't know well I've been there before, and I ain't coming back around there. Down the river in an old canoe, a bunch of bugs and water in his shoe. I'll look at Oakley and green, the biggest old alligator that I've ever seen. He's big and pointed and his eyes were bugging out. Contracted a union for the beggars to ride. Just stumbles and hides, just out of prison on $6 pay.
Well, Alligator starts out studio. The whole first part of Alligator is studio, and right at the end, as soon as the drums come in, that goes into live.
Get up and dance, we won't ruin you.
The drums have been a prisoner in rock bands. The drums have been a prisoner of 4/4 time with a backbeat. And the Grateful Dead have solved this by adding another drummer. Now these two drummers take off and engage in incredible rhythmic interchanges and variations, not only with the other members of the band, but with each other and on the basic tune itself. It's a very free thing.
And each one of them in their own bag, they're playing their own thing, and it's somehow related to what the original was, but they're not directly related to each other. Once you make the original statement and you've got that nucleus going, then you can start branching out of that, and you can get very, very free. You don't have to play the time all the time to have the time moving.
Their two drummers are really spend all their time complementing each other,
becoming a unit. Play music that lift people off the floor. Whether they're sitting down or standing up, they're still about 3 inches off the floor.
Beautiful, and they're not afraid to look at each other. A lot of musicians today, they'll get on a stage and they're afraid to look at the next cat playing because, they're uptight, or they don't want to communicate with the other cat. They think it's all in their fingers. They're not using their head at all.
But rock music is a kind of music that you can get to play in the context of a group and get to play at an extraordinary level of communication.
And I see Mickey and Bill, or when I play with Mickey, and you dig each other. You listen to what you're doing, you smile at each other. And it's like a good rapport, a good feeling between people. You're not afraid to play what you feel.
funky really work together.
They hang out together even.
Yeah, they hang out together. There's a basic fundamental right there. Those two.
And they get in phase together, and they become like one drummer with 8 arms, so to speak.
See, we're not trying to be two drummers, right? We're trying to be one drummer with how many limbs there are amongst us.
8 limbs.
And what they do with them is, as far as I'm concerned, add another dimension to the rhythmic possibilities. The second album is a testimony of how the Grateful Dead progressed from a group of guys who were having a ball doing something, and just really having a ball doing it, into a bunch of very serious musicians who were doing something musically very heavy. It may not please everyone to the same degree, and it may also be that everyone isn't interested in hearing heavy music. But that's a heavy album.
Yeah. It's a stereo record. It really like we worked on it to get you high. You know, that's what it's supposed to do, really. And that's what that record was about.
And whether or not, from their own standpoint, they successfully executed everything they thought to do in that album, the concept of that album is magnificent. Just like the concept of the Airplane album at Baxter's is a magnificent concept. And those things are very heavy albums. All of that music is serious music, but some of it is not taken as seriously in the doing as others. I think these albums are very serious albums. These people were down to serious business, just as serious as Stockhausen.
I went down one day. I went down to see a gypsy woman just one day. Yes, I did. I wanna find out now. What's wrong with me and my baby? We ain't been getting down like we used to do. I mean, it's pretty good now. But there was a time when it didn't work too well. I went down to see this gypsy woman, you understand? And I told her my story. I told her what was going on. And she told me, and she said, all you need, all you need, all you need, all you need, all you got to have, all you need, all you need. That's all you need, bro. All you need. All you need, 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 all you got, all you need. Just all you need, all you need, all you need, just a touch, just a touch, that's all you got to have. All you need, that's all you gotta have. What no? Just a touch of both your hands, I'll bring it back home, and it feels pretty good. Yes, it do.
And this next album is going to have lots of songs on it because we've been into lots of songs lately. It's going to, it's going to be mostly a vocal trip, really, just because we've gotten into lyrics this time. and at this point, it's pretty amorphous. Like, we have lots of material, and we have much of it recorded, but we haven't decided exactly how to put it together or exactly how we're going to present it, or whether it's going to be a double album or a triple album, or because we've got like lots of different kinds of material. We have jam session stuff, we have all kinds of live scenes. Our material at this point is getting to be so interchangeable that we can, you know, it's getting to where we can do almost anything inside of anything else. What would be nicest would be able to take like one complete show with no editing, you know, and just say, here it is, man. Right, and it could happen, and on the chance that it might happen sometime, we record.
And invariably, the really good, perfect performances are never on tape, which is, of course, the way it should be.
Like the latest trip that we're on is to do a thing that's like, you know, just, you know, get some large, unspecific sort of room and say we're gonna, you know, we're gonna do 4 hours, man. We're gonna do 4 or 5 hours, you know, of whatever we do, you know, of everything that we can pull out of our hats, you know, like really do a huge number, you know, that just goes on and on, man. It has millions of changes and goes millions of places, you know.
For their voices, we thank Jerry Garcia,
Mickey
Bob
Hart,
Weir,
Mr. and Mrs.
Tom
David
Constanten,
Freiberg, John
Phil Lesh,
Cipollina,
Bill
Spencer
the drummer,
Dryden, Paul
and Ralph
Kantner,
J. Gleason.
and Ralph J. Gleason.
Special thanks to Baron Leo de Garkulka, Golden State Recorders, and Mike Larner.
This thing was written, produced, and lovingly pieced together by Vance Frost and Michael Wanger.
I mean, they're not going to go on playing the same tunes the rest of their life, you know. No musician can. It's built into music that you want to play different things, and you want to have new experiences in the playing of music. Now, I think it's useful in thinking of this kind of music to consider the fact that these are musicians who are entering a new sphere in music. These are the real electronic composers. These are the people who are learning how to function in a combination of live performances, live recording in studios, and electronic application and electronic extensions of these things. And the Grateful Dead are experimenters.
I love them. And that's far out.
Oh, I don't know. What about the Dead? It's a good band.
And that's because when you go to hear the Grateful Dead, it's almost guaranteed that you're going to have a good time.
And that's why I think a lot of people really go and see the Grateful Dead time after time after time. It's because they're really having fun.
Grateful Dead is like an attitude.
Oh, that's right. My general feelings are
well, tell me,
that you should go and listen to them and not talk about them.
Too weird.
Vulgarians a lot. Sitting in mangrove valley chasing light beams, everything wanders from baby to Z. Baby, baby, pretty young on Tuesday, old like a rum, drinking demon at tea. Baby, baby, tell me what's the matter. Why, tell me what's your why now? Tell me why will you never come home? Tell me what's your reason if you've got a good one. Everywhere I go, the people all know everyone's doing that rag. Everywhere I go, the people all know everyone's doing the rag. Take my line, go fishing for my supper, eat it down by the sea. Gave my baby 20, 40 good reasons. Couldn't find any better ones in the morning at 3. Rain gonna come, but the rain gonna go, you know. Stepping off sharply from the rank and file. Awful damn and dark like a dungeon. Maybe get a little bit dark for the day. Everyone's doing that rag. Everyone is doing the rag. You needn't gild the lily, offer jewels to the sunset. No one is watching or standing in your shoes. Wash your lonely feet in the river in the morning. Everything promised is delivered to you. Don't neglect to pick up what you're sharing. All the winter birds are winging home now. Hey, morning look around you. Nothing out there you haven't seen before now. Wade in the water, you never get wet if you keep on doing that rag. Wade in the water, you never get wet if you keep on doing the rag. One-eyed jacks and the deuces are wild, and the aces are crawling up and down your sleeve. Come back here, baby, Louise, and tell me the name of the game that you play. Is it all fall down? Is it all go under? Is it all fall down? Is it all go under? Is it all fall down? Is it all go